crack come into play for you? When does crack, now, so the cocaine's happening, when does that crack?
Now, in my personal opinion, I don't really understand why outside of the ratings dropping from the regular season, why they would do this. Because looking at it from a even an optimistic view, there's not really much for them to really kind of gain from this. As we've seen before, the NBA playoffs is where everyone's just watching, and the NBA has confirmed that they have had a lot more success with their playoffs than the regular season just combined. The playoffs almost every year have had record breaking years, especially when it comes to the hypeness of some of these playoff series. If I'm not mistaken, the Milwaukee versus Brooklyn series was one of the more viewed. Uh, it was one of the highest viewed semi-final rounds that we've ever seen. If not that we've ever seen, definitely in the last couple of decades, like at least 2010 ish. It was definitely one of those type of things, and it kind of confuses me as to why we're just not gonna get one of, or why they're just not prioritizing that type of thing. If I were the NBA, I'd probably just cut the regular season down to kind of increase viewership. I understand that this is kind of cutting it down while also still playing a lot of the games, but I kind of don't understand why they would just kind of do this. Even looking at it on my phone, it just doesn't kind of, it really just doesn't fit. I think that if it's me, I just don't understand. I know I'm saying it a lot, but it just seems very confusing to me as to why this is just the picks that they're doing. And in my personal opinion, I think that this is just kind of a fail on the NBA's part. I think that they need to kind of market a lot of more teams better for them to have a lot better viewership. Let's say a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let me do this actually, because I already have that up. Also, I just recorded this after, or I'm recording this after I just made the Memphis Grizzlies video. So, excuse me. A team like the Atlanta Hawks and Milwaukee Bucks. Actually no, Philadelphia doesn't really struggle that much. Nor does Toronto, Miami, Charlotte, depending. Oh wait, not that's not Charlotte. Charlotte, Boston. Actually, no, Boston doesn't struggle. New Orleans doesn't really struggle, but that's simply because they have Zion. Minnesota. I don't know what the fuck that was. Minnesota, Denver, Memphis, Houston. Houston is gonna be later though. San Antonio, Phoenix. Yeah, all these guys just kind of don't struggle with having a dedicated fan base, but these guys definitely do need more viewership from a global audience so that they can have a lot more respect that they deserve. We've seen in the Milwaukee and the Brooklyn series that even a small market like Milwaukee will bring in tons of viewers. A small market like Milwaukee, even though they don't have the city to really carry them, they are by far one of the more popular teams simply because Giannis is on it. And I know what you guys are gonna say, but he's just Giannis, bro. It doesn't matter who's on the team. If you are a big market name, you are a big market team. That's just how it is. We've seen it before. I don't think that Toronto necessarily was a small market before Kawhi, but I think after Kawhi got there, won the championship, the market for Toronto just kind of exploded. I haven't seen a dedicated fan base like Toronto before Kawhi has even been on the team. So I just think that that's a really good thing. We could even say a team like Milwaukee, that happened. And even then, a team like the Golden State Warriors, who is talking about how good these market teams are? And I know that this kind of has been a tangent about the NBA tournament, but I just think that this is not a really good sign as to how they're marketing the regular season. I think that they should just prioritize the superstars, the younger players in the league, and how to market them successfully, because a team like Denver has a two-time MVP back to back and they still don't get games. They don't have a Christmas game this year. How does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. And personally, for me, I just think that this is just a really big L on the NBA side. So I really hope that they could just do a little bit more and just kind of understand the viewers and as to why they want to see a lot more competitive matchups in the regular season without it being feeling forced like the NBA tournament. I think that the NBA tournament just kind of feels forced. It feels like we are going into a place where they just want us to view it as like this NBA playoff type of situation when it's in November. If it was in like March or maybe April or maybe even February, June, near the All Star or before the All Star break, I maybe get it, but it's in November. Like, come on, man. If they really want to grab a hold of viewership, they just need to market better teams. You know, I think that they are just relying on the Lakers and the Clippers. They're relying on these big market names for no reason. They need to start marketing better teams instead of the popular ones. So that's just my opinion. I just got off everything I needed to get off my chest about this, and I just want to say that if you guys have any different opinions, just let me know. I'll be able to talk about it in the comments. I don't really care, but as we see with my boy, I ain't watching this. If I wasn't gonna watch the regular season, they're not gonna watch this tournament. So yeah, it's been your boy Nehemiah, aka Neo, and I hope you guys are having a great one.